Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all my Elemental Hero Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for April 2019. With the release of Dual Power, I wanted to do an update to the deck that focused on the new fusion monster that we received in Dual Power, being Elemental Hero Grand Merge. So I decided to focus mostly on the fusion aspect of the hero deck, while also diving in and mixing it with the masked heroes, as well as some of the other hero support, just to overall help the deck and make it as consistent as possible, sticking mostly to the fusion part of the deck, like I said already. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So to start off, for the normal monsters, I run one of each Elemental Hero Sparkman, Clayman, Burstinatrix, and Avion. You need one of each, just because the requirements for the Grand Merge is 2 hero normal monsters. So just having these options available to you in the deck, and the fact that we have plenty of search in the form of reinforcements of the army and emergency call, so you'll be able to easily open up these cards when you need them for your plays. For the other normal monsters, I just run 2 Elemental Hero Neos, especially since Grand Merge relies on high-level monsters to make it, stronger. Having these fusion options available, just a better one overall. I like having the one-ofs of each of these, but their levels are a little lower, so if you can at least have Neos be the other fusion material with one of the other normal monsters, you can have some pretty big attack points compared to if you just use 1 or 2 of the other ones. So decide to stick to 2 Neos as well, just because there are other fusion monsters that we go into that just overall help out a lot with the deck with your fusion options. And then for added hero support, I also run 2 Elemental Hero Bubble Man, along with the easy special summon you can do when your hand is empty with Bubble Man, or just the draw power if you have no cards in your hand or field. Opening it up late game and getting your draw 2 off of Bubble Man can just help you with more and more plays for sure. Just like to run the additional 2 of this card in the deck. And I also run the 1 Elemental Hero Stratos, easy, search and then spell and trap destruction with this card. Being able to search out the hero cards is definitely a big part of it for sure. Just the fact that when it is summoned, you get the search, so you can even just special summon it back onto the field and have those searches go off as well. And then for some of the more bigger numbers for monsters, I run 3 Elemental Hero Blazeman. You have the Polymerization Search with Blazeman, but you also have the Send and then Attack Gain effect. Overall, very, very helpful with the deck for sure, with a lot of your plays. But the Polymerization Search, since that's needed for a good amount of our plays, is one of the main reasons why I do like to run 3 of this card in the deck. I want to stick as pure to the hero build as well, which is why I decided not to run any of the Assaults or the equip spells. Like I said, just focus mostly on the hero support and go as pure as I can with the deck. So for other heroes, I run 2 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Works very, very well with the fact that it can add the change card when it's special summoned, and also just being able to add the hero monster from your deck to your hand when it is sent to the graveyard. So you have both those options available to you with this card as well. And with the mass change options, having, Anki and Darklaw in the deck, just added bonuses for some of your more offensive plays with all of your other monsters. But to help with the special summons and just overall heroes on the field that can also assist with some of the link summons, I run 3 Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. When it's normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower hero monster from your hand, and if this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard by a spell effect, you can target 1 hero monster in your graveyard except for Solid Soldier and special summon it in defense. So you get more options as well with Solid Soldier, so just easy special summons, then just more monsters on the field, like I said, to go for your link summons. And I also run 2 Honest Neos, just more, hand trap power for plussing the numbers for your hero monsters. Once you get the fusions on the field, just a very, very good hand trap overall for that 2,500 power when you use this card. So you really can't go wrong with those boost plays for sure. I decided to stick to 2 just for the fact that, most of the time you don't have these ones on the field, but there are more than plenty of other options than if you just open up this card to summon it out on the field. You do have the option. This card gains the attack equal to the discard monster's attack while it's on the field, but most of the time I just like to use it for the 2,500 boost with your hero monsters. And then lastly, for the rest of the hero monsters, I just run 2 Vision Hero Vion. It's another polymerization search and also just sets up more in the graveyard because you can send 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard with this card. So you have more play options for cards like Miracle Fusion, being able to get the cards set up in your graveyard to use. I just decided to run 2 of this card though. If you want to mix and match some of the numbers, you can maybe try reducing the numbers of your Blazeman, maybe reduce Blazeman to 2, and put Vision Hero Vion to 3, just for the fact that Blazeman is searchable. You have that option available to you, but I decided to stick with these numbers for now, just to see how they played, and I do like the results since you just have all 5 polymerization search options available with those cards. And that is it for the monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. I run 3 E-Emergency Call. This just searches out 1 elemental hero, so you can grab whatever you need for your play. If you need the normal monster for your Grand Merge play, or if you just need, Hand Trap, Honest Neos, or if you need Blazeman to search out polymerization, you have all the options available to you with this card. So very, very helpful and definitely needed at 3 in any hero deck. I also run 2 Miracle Fusions just for the fact that this card fusion summons by an elemental hero fusion from your extra deck by using cards from the field or graveyard. Just very, very easy to summon out with this card, and also the fact that they reprinted this in dual power, much easier for people to get and use with the deck. I also run the 1 Hero Lives. If you control no face-up monsters, you pay half your life. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower hero monster from your deck. So you can grab Shadow Mist, and then Shadow Mist can grab the Mass Change. You can go for anything you need with this. You can even go for Stratos to give you that search. You have plenty of options. Just wish with this card, very, very helpful for sure to start your plays depending on what you wanted to go for. And then I also run the 2 Mass Change. I honestly debated running 3 of this. If you do want to run 3, there's 1 spell card at the end, which I can recommend taking out, just as that 1 spot to fill up. Especially with the fact that Masked Hero Anki can search out Mass Change. You just have that option available to keep on changing out your heroes. But just decided to stick with 2, since, like I said, the main plays of the deck are fusion summoning. This is just a very, very good added backup with any hero play you go for. And I also run the card we spoke a lot of with the Blazeman and Vion. 3 polymerizations. You just need this card for all your plays. I don't have any other spell search, fusion stage, recycling plant, you name it, to search this card out. I rely completely on Vion and Blazeman. With all the other search we have is plenty enough to add this card to your hand. And then 3, just so you have the options along with Miracle Fusion to fusion summon out plenty of the monsters that we run in the extra deck, since a good amount of what we run in the extra deck is fusion, since that was the main focus of this deck profile. I also run the 1 Super Polymerization. This card just helps for the fact that it's a quick play. Even if you don't use cards on your opponent's side of the field, you can even just, go for more monsters during, your battle phase, then hit for bigger numbers with those as well. I also run 2 Oversoul, especially when I use cards like Elemental Hero Neos for the fusion summon of Grand Merge. Being able to special summon this back to the field is a 2,500 attack point monster that I can make full use of, and then have some of these smaller targets in the graveyard be used for the Miracle Fusion. Really don't like to banish the Neos when I can just, summon it back to the field for more fusion plays. And I also run 1 Reinforcement to the Army along with the Emergency Call, and very needed just for the search. And the Monster Born, same aspect as the Oversoul, just more easy special summons, but most of the time some of your other effect ones for sure. And also Foolish Barrel just helps with graveyard setup for some of my monsters also. And I'll run the 1 Unexpected Die. This one helps for the, the verse 4, getting them out as an easy special summon to the field, getting me one of the requirements, and then if I just use one of the search options to get the other one for Grand Merge, I have my plays right there ready to go. And then lastly, for the final spell, the 1 Upstart Goblin. This is the one, if you wanted to run a 3rd Mass Change, I would recommend taking out if you wanted to max out those numbers. And I'll also show if you wanted to move around or run some of the other different attributed monsters in the extra deck for fusion summoning or mass changing. You can, I'll show you what numbers, what to change around for those as well. But that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra. Your main fusion for this deck is Elemental Hero Grand Merge. You just need 2 hero normal monsters to make it. It must be fusion summoned, and it gains attack and defense equal to the combined original levels of the materials used for its fusion summon times 300. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you contribute this card to special summon 1 Elemental Hero fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, but it cannot attack monsters with equal or lower level than it. But you have the easy special summon for multiple attacks with this card, the big power boost depending on the monsters you use to fusion summon it out. A lot you can do with this card. Really happy that we finally got it for the deck. I like running it too. You have plenty of normal monsters to go for those options. For the other monsters I run, just the 1 Flame Wingman and the 1 Thunder Giant. You have the normal monsters available to go into for these cards. Same with the Shining Flare Wingman with the Miracle Fusion or just the Grand Merge plays. Also the 1 Steam Healer as well. Now the one thing I didn't have in the deck for the fusions are Nova Master and the Shining and Gaia. If you wanted to take out some of these numbers and put those cards in, you can do that as well. Just didn't have them. I couldn't remember where I put them, but you can mix around these numbers with those more generic fusions if you wanted to as well. For some of the more Neos fusions, I run the 1 Neos Knight and the 1 Brave Neos. Just with Brave Neos, it must be fusion summon and gains 100 attack for each Neospatian and hero monster used to make it. You just need a Neos and a level 4 or lower effect monster. And then when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 spell or trap from your deck to your hand that specifically lists the card Elemental Hero Neos in it. But it's just a really overall good fusion option for both of these with Neos to go into if you need it. And I have the 1 Absolute Zero in here as well, just a really, really good for your water plays with Bubble Man. And then the 1 Vision Hero Trinity with Vion and some of your other heroes, just more generic and more, powerful fusion monsters to go into if you need to get over some big monsters. For the Masked Heroes, I run the 1 Anki, the 1 Dark Law, and the 1 Diane. Like I said, if you want to try and mix around some of your other numbers as well, you can try taking out some of the other ones if you were to play the 3rd Mass Change, or you want to run things like Goku or Goka and Acid or Vapor. You could try mixing in those to work with some of more your fire and water monsters. And lastly, for the Link monsters, I have Landfornicus and Underclock Taker in here just because those Link heroes are also with the other generic fusions. I have to remember where I placed them. But I would put in the 2 Hero Links. I've always liked running them in the decks just for easy special summons, especially with cards like Solid Soldier just being easy fusions to get out. But Underclock Taker and Landfornicus are just good substitutes for their arrows as well. So you can get more monsters out from the extra deck out onto the field as well. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I was very happy to finally be able to get out the fusion deck. Like I say, I am a big fan of Grand Merge. Glad we got it. It changes the whole aspect on how to run the fusion hero deck. But until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Twig out.